So even though the Yankees lost, there's nothing to be concerned about. It was a good ride. And it's been 15 freaking years too. I can't give all these New York fans the championship after what happened with the coronavirus. Really? Seriously. Who gives a fuck if some rich baseball player died? Really? Who gives a fuck about that? You understand? But I give a damn about that. American League champions at the start of the year. What was the price at April? I mean, it was amazing. It was a brilliant call at the beginning of April. You got to take your chance there. First, get them in on the American League after missing the playoffs, and then that's where you can go for World Series champions. So, again, baseball, the Dodgers win, but the Dodgers were the favorite. And so, with that being said, baseball is boring. Now, what will not be boring is seeing Otani pitch the Judge in the Soto. Baseball must improve the ratings in the World Series. How do you build off of this year's ratings? You have Otani available to pitch in the World Series next year. You have Soto back on the Yankees. You have the judge, jury, and executioner available against Shohei Otani in the World Series. You have these guys matched up against Shohei Otani in the World Series. So this is Act One, and and I and basically my only problem with the Yankees winning and Otani winning when he's able to pitch is that if Otani won when he was able to pitch, would contradict Otani being World Series MVP again for the country of Japan 17 years after Hideki Matsui in 2009. So Otani, he couldn't win World Series MVP, right? He's able to pitch. He wins World Series MVP. So that was the problem, again, with this year's World Series. It has nothing to do with Kobe whatsoever. But remember when I predicted Donald Trump to lose in 2020? Remember that? Remember that? And people were going to say, oh, you're ready to pay me when Donald Trump wins, and then all the loser, degenerate MAGA insurrectionist lunatics, or all the election is rigged and I'm not going to pay you for the election. That's basically what happened in 2020. Oh, you better pay up on election night when Donald Trump beats Joe Biden, right? Oh, when Biden won, these lunatics didn't even pay me back because the election is rigged. Like, fuck you, little maggots. You guys are going down on election night. Fuck you guys. I think one final election prediction I need is obviously how you do as a president depends on if your party has control of both chambers of Congress or not. So obviously, the president doesn't decide everything. You can only do as much as depending if your party has control of both chambers of Congress. So that's really the big thing. The president's already a lock. For me, it's about the House and the Senate. Democrats can get stuff done like they did under Joe Biden's first half of his presidency if they win both the Senate and the House. That's the big question. And it doesn't make sense for the House to win on the Lions or the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. Now, Lions Chiefs for the Super Bowl would be a very compelling matchup. It would be. It'd be a matchup that a lot of people would like to see. A first game of the regular season, the Lions and the Chiefs, and that could be a potential Super Bowl matchup. So I don't think Lions Chiefs is something that fans wouldn't want to see. But if the Lions win the NFC, It's okay. Lower payouts. I'm not saying the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. Now, the Lions are going to win the NFC. They may and could lose a couple games against their division rivals, but at the end of the day, the Lions are still going to make it to the Super Bowl 16 years after going 0-16. And again, the Ravens and the Chiefs matchup we're about to see. NFL should want the Chiefs to lose. Why? Because baseball is becoming boring. Dodgers and the Yankees going to face off again because the ratings are going to accelerate if Ohtani's able to pitch. You see, more people watch the World Series if Ohtani's able to pitch. So baseball has become predictable. Wouldn't it be the most no-figure league outcome should the Chiefs fail to make it to the Super Bowl? And I've been right about the NFL all season. I told you, Lions will win the NFC. Their season's not done after Hutchinson's injury. Lions won both games. They beat the Vikings. They destroyed the Titans after Aiden Hutchinson's injury. I told you the Lions were the lock of the week against the Cowboys, and I stood correct because it was 47-9, and quite frankly, I had no idea it was Jerry Jones' birthday. So baseball's predictable. How you want to be a number one if you're the NFL? Everyone's ready to say hand Patrick Mahomes the trophy. You have this team lose because you can't figure any given year. Now, let's not pretend like people had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl because they didn't. The Bills were the top choice to win the AFC in the year of Super Bowl 57. Last year, it was the Baltimore Ravens. This year, there are some real concerns with the Chiefs. They don't have wide receivers, but they found multiple ways to win. And when you can find multiple ways to win, given the shortcoming of available personnel, like Pacheco and that other wide receiver, you know how to overcome these situations. He's had 8 interceptions, Patrick Mahomes. But I don't know if I want to use that against him. Tom Brady did the great job of playing the role of game manager during the early part of his career. So it really is about winning. It's not about picking up stats. It's about putting your team in the best position to win. That's what Patrick Mahomes has done. Against a team like the Ravens, these injuries could hurt, and you don't want to continue that. Again, this is John Harbaugh's 17th season. Ohtani won the World Series, and they're the first team to break the color barrier, the LA Dodgers. They're not LA, they were Brooklyn. You see, they were Brooklyn when they broke the color barrier. You can see the first full-blooded black quarterback to win since Doug Williams of the Washington football team in Super Bowl 22, and the Dodgers just won their 22nd World Series appearance. So at the end of the day, when I look at Lamar Jackson being a full-blooded black man, I'm seeing how the Dodgers are doing. The same team that broke the color barrier. And Ohtani, number 17, winning the World Series MVP, and John Harbaugh's number 17 in his 17th season as the coach. John Harbaugh doesn't have a number. I'm tripping a little bit, but it's his 17th season as a head coach for this guy. Doug Williams, born at Louisiana. So I understand why people like Kansas City. I understand the narratives of Chiefs and Lions. Don't think for a second I'm not considering the Chiefs and the Lions, because it is a possibility. That's not my number one, but it is a possibility. But from what I see from the Baltimore Ravens, King Henry, Derrick Henry, and I see Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady says you next again. I told you guys Cincinnati was not my team this year. They could still make the playoffs because They're obviously going to beat the Raiders. Is Cincinnati still going to stay alive for a playoff spot? But are they number one, number two in the AFC North this year? No. They got to be a little bit more physical, like the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see, Cincinnati Bengals got to improve the personnel, improve the defensive coach selection, move on from your defensive coordinator who coordinated the defense to the Super Bowl. Loser Dodger fans are trolling the Talking Yanks post. Gil Carrera says, job finished with coping the Dodger jersey. Really? That ain't no Mamba blood shit. You gotta get the 28. The job is not done until the Dodgers get the 28. Man, this team has a lot of catching up to do. Your first 162 game title since 1988. Man, it's just pathetic. It's a weak mentality, really. Good thing, if the Yankees do face off against the Dodgers, that's a win because they only won one title since 1988 with all that money, 162 game season. It was about time when you're in the LA market. It's been 36 years since your last World Series title in a non-COVID season. It definitely won't take 20 years for the Yankees to win the World Series again. So, Aaron Boone is incompetent. And the Yankee management is a joke. And quite frankly, no one deserves Aaron Boone. This bum Axel hurt in the post-game conference, and every move was a joke. So I think it was game one, right? Like, Cabrera's playing second base, but does he play second base? He doesn't play second base. He committed error because, he subbed out Gleyber Torres. I am not kidding when I tell you that this team has to get lucky to win a championship with Aaron Boone. They have to get lucky. Elections easy again. I think the only subjective call I think is what's the balance of power going to be in the Congress? Is it going to be a split house or is it going to be a blue wave in both chambers of Congress? That's the big question. Doug Williams born at Louisiana. Lamar Jackson makes it to the AFC Championship game. I think it was the first time he made it to the AFC Championship game, right? Baltimore exposes the Bills. They destroy. They didn't destroy the Chiefs. They almost came back to beat Kansas City. So they almost came back to beat Kansas City, and they would have gone for two should they have scored the touchdown. So it literally came down to the wire. You figure Lamar Jackson with a comeback against the Bengals shows exactly what kind of badass motherfucker he is. You figure he almost chokes against the Cowboys, 3rd and 6. Lamar picks up the key first down. He's picked up some very clutch plays this year. Lamar is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes this season. This season, he's better than Patrick Mahomes. Historically, Patrick Mahomes is better, but this season, I think Lamar Jackson has been the better quarterback, and things happen in divisional games. If you're wondering why the Raven defense is number 32 in pass defense, it's because it's designed for Lamar Jackson to be the guy who wins the game for Baltimore. That's what you see playing out is Lamar Jackson has to be the guy that wins the game for Baltimore. So when your defense is not number one, Lamar has to be that guy. Despite the defensive line another score, Lamar Jackson has to be that guy that wins it at the very last possession when the defense is not as dynamic as it's been the prior year. Main thing that prevents NFL three-peats is injuries. Injuries. That's the main thing. Like I can't go through all the examples, but you go through some of these classic NFL film presentations. The key denomination is injuries. Key injuries is what prevents repeats because injuries do happen in football, and when you relatively do well during the first 2 years, already we've seen Pacheco hurt. That one wide receiver who Patrick Mahomes used, I think he was going for a block or a tackle, and he got hurt. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. And again, this is your winner for the election. This is your winner for the election. The other guy is an old guy that people don't want to see running for president again. Nikki Haley said the first party to get rid of their old candidate is going to win the election. Republicans didn't get rid of Donald Trump. People didn't want to see the rematch of Biden against Trump. Now that Biden is out, people have a younger candidate to choose from. People are sick and tired of the tax breaks. People are sick and tired of the attack on women's rights. People are sick and tired of all this. People are sick and tired about the lies about, the Democrats are running up the oil prices. This is all political hocus pocus from big oil corporations who refuse and they omit the fact that Donald Trump negotiated with OPEC and Saudi Arabia to limit the production of oil in the subsequent years after 2020. That may have been the clue that Donald Trump knew he's going to lose in 2020, but he still wanted to keep the power. That's why he attempted the insurrection of the White House, the insurrection of the Capitol on the day of the certification of the election results. And again, it's a long ass season. The same struggles are going to happen for the Lakers. You have to understand that. So flip the switch. 20 minutes in, talk about the NFL. In Las Vegas again is going to make record-breaking profits off of the NFL season because again, most of the bets are on the Ravens and the Chiefs. So Lakers, they lose 2 games on the road. These games are meaningless. It's not even the 10-game mark with a new coach. You have to see how they do by the time that February is here. They get used to the new coach. They get used to what he wants to see from the team, from the Lakers. This is barely even, this is not even 10 games in. This is only 5 games in. I think it's great that they started 3-0 for the season. Because you start by winning the championship by defending the home floor. You defend your home floor either when you have home court advantage and you're on top of the series, or when you're down in the series and you crawl back into the series thanks to the home floor. So I think JJ Redick has made his fundamental case to defend the home court at all costs. What kind of road team the Lakers will be? Will they play the same way home and away? But it begs the question. After 5 games, the Lakers defend the home floor well, but they've not had a road win. And you don't coach a team, differently based on if they're playing home or away, right? I mean, that's not how you do it. You don't change a way how a team plays based on if they home or away. But 3 games at home to begin the year, and you're 3-0 at the King's Palace. This is Gold King LeBron's Palace. Why is it Gold King LeBron's Palace? Because they don't share the arena with the Clippers anymore. The Clippers are playing in their own arena. So this is by default Gold King LeBron's Palace because there's no other tenants in Staples Center. So I do like the fact how the Lakers went 3-0 in their own and solely their own arena without the LA Clippers in that arena. I love the fact how we showed that this is our motherfucking arena. Haven't lost a game there since the Clippers left, too. I'll give the team a break. The loser Suns had some pretty good shots, whatever. You're not going to play hero ball like that in a playoff game. And that's basically the loser Suns' only solution to beat the LA Lakers. It's based off of individual brilliance from Booker the Bomb and Kevin Durant. So JJ said that he took responsibility. I mean, you could have been like, it's your first loss of the year, but we're still 3-1. No, JJ wants to win. So I do like that mentality from JJ Redick. Does JJ take NBA regular season games too seriously as a coach? I don't know. Because he went ham on Goat King LeBron James for not getting the shot off at the shot clock. So JJ is someone who takes every possession seriously. He doesn't take possessions off. That's how he wants the Lakers to play. Darvin would have his hands in his pockets. Oh move on, next play. Let's grab a beer after the game at the bar, right? Nah, that's not JJ Redick. He was about to wash his car. And he's in his car and he's watching NBA film. I mean, this guy is a real junkie. You want your coach to be a junkie. That's what JJ Redick is. He's going to put the time and the work and the dedication to this. So, great job, JJ Redick, because you're just getting your car washed and you have a laptop in your car and you're watching film while your car is getting washed. I know who I want as my coach. It's not Darvin Ham. It's not any other bum-ass coach. This is the right guy to coach the Lakers. Is Van Fleet even on the Raptors? There's no Siakam on the Raptors. Shit. They don't even have Van Vliet anymore. There's no player who won the championship on that Raptor team anymore, is there? Without any championship pedigree players like Van Vliet and Siakam, the Lakers should beat this Raptor team. That's good enough for me. It's the Wild Wild West. You'll split your games against the loser Phoenix Suns. The Cavs are pretty good with the Lakers. They even try for one quarter. But against this Raptor team, the Lakers should defeat. They are now 1-4. I don't think they'll be 2-4. Canada is 24. But you see, I could give $2 if the Lakers lose this game against the Raptors. Should they beat the Raptors? They should beat the Raptors. Is it the end of the world they lose against the Raptors? No, because the Lakers are about being healthy and being ready for the playoff run. I don't know if that's exclusively only to Darvin Ham. You see, all the people blaming the Lakers personnel don't know what they're talking about. Because how are the Bucks doing with Darvin Ham? I've got the answer. The Bucks are 1-3 with Darvin Ham. How did Darvin Ham win the championship with the Milwaukee Bucks? How did he win the championship with the Milwaukee Bucks? They're 1-3 with Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham was not a scapegoat, no matter how much people say is the inverse. No matter what they say otherwise, Darvin Ham was not a scapegoat for the Lakers. Darvin Ham was truly the problem. Darvin Ham couldn't make halftime adjustments. Darvin Ham was the problem. Darvin Ham is on the Bucks and they're 1-3. Darvin Ham was the problem. Lakers got solid wins against a Western Conference. They beat the loser Phoenix Suns. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Look at y'all saying the Lakers are some scrub ass team. You ain't nothing, motherfucker. You ain't nothing. Cookie buttons. That's all I have to say. You have to understand your film sessions. You have to understand the statistics. You have to understand the context of losing in 5 games against the Denver Nuggets. You have to understand that the Lakers had the lead the majority of the time. You have to have a coach who's going to coach him for 48 minutes instead of 24 minutes. This is the difference between winning and losing, is making halftime adjustments. And Darvin is not that guy who can get you these halftime adjustments from what we've seen against the Denver Nuggets. I understand it's all ritual that the Nuggets go 8-1 against Darvin Ham and Kobe Bean Bryant's 81. I understand the season began 81 days after the second statue unveil of Kobe Bean Bryant. I get all that. But still, even if it was rigged, Darvin Ham shows he's absolutely incompetent by the way that the Bucks are playing right now. So if it was all ritual and Darvin Ham wasn't really the problem, that it was all scripted, then why aren't the Bucks 2-1 or 3-0? Is what I want to know. It's a combination of Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. So enough with this Darvin Ham as a scapegoat, like the Goki the Bond hating bums want to say. Joakim LeBron knows basketball when he sees basketball. You understand? He wasn't the first choice from Joakim LeBron James. Darvin Ham, he was the Lakers selection. This was Lakers decisions. LeBron James is not the de facto general manager of this team, no matter what people want to say. Let's not spin it like he's the general manager of the LA Lakers. And you just spit nonsense if you say otherwise. Because you're not watching them games. You're not watching the playoff series last year. You will not be watching the games, are you? Amazing. LA wins every championship in a span of, 8 to 9 months. Joakim LeBron James wins the championship in 2025. His favorite team, the New York Yankees, wins championship the same year in 2025. Perfect. A Kobe pattern dodges 2024. Lakers season begin in 24. Then Joakim LeBron James can win a championship, and the Yankees can win the same year in 2025. Joakim LeBron James does achieve the repeat. Ohtani and the LA Dodgers don't achieve no repeat championship. Because there's only one Joakim LeBron James. He doesn't choose to win and take a year off and win. No, he wants the back-to-back. He wants consecutive championships. He never wants you to go tired of winning. Another Kobe ritual. Kobe number 24. Bronny James, 24 days after his birthday, he scores his first basket. At his birth city of Cleveland. At his birth city of Cleveland, 24 days after his birthday. When you include the end of 18 weeks after he was drafted, he scores his first bucket. That's another 18 we'd be referencing. If it's 18 weeks including the end day, it's under 26 days after draft date. This is all intertwined with Kobe Bryant. We talked about the day that the second statue was unveiled, 81 days before the regular season began. The Wolves went on that scoring run to 81 points, and then the Lakers went on a scoring run with the Timberwolves stuck at 81 points again. This is all referencing the 81st game between the Lakers and the Celtics in the NBA Finals in Game 7. Why do you think Kobe died? Why do you think he died? What does he know that you don't know? I know exactly what he died for, but you continue to be brainwashed thinking Joakim LeBron stuck at 4 rings. I ain't knowing nothing about why Kobe died. You understand? He didn't die just to see him stuck at 4 rings. What, you retarded? Joakim LeBron James about to surpass Kobe's entire legacy. He's already a greater player than Kobe. Now it comes with the rings. This is what it comes down to. He takes over that city. He comes in and wins back-to-back rings for the LA Lakers with a competent manager. They don't want to keep Alex Caruso. They don't want to give DeRozan the extra year. This team is incompetent. But Joakim James shows that he can run the team better than their own general manager. He hates the Celtics. I don't give a damn if it was 2021 or 2022 that Joakim James say he hates the Celtics. We know something going down when he says that he motherfucker hates the Celtics. The fan that threw beer at him, I know he hates him. I know Goalkeeper LeBron James hates these fans who call him a choker, and they say that Kevin Garnett and Gay Allen and Paul I got pierced by Goalkeeper LeBron. They think they better than here. Not so fast, not so fast. These guys said they own you, Goalkeeper LeBron. We know how to win the championship. You have to learn how to win from us. Oh, bitch, please. If Goalkeeper LeBron had Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, Yadogovskis, freaking Mo Williams, man. Who the hell you have on the Cavaliers? A washed up Shaquille O'Neal? You have to be kidding me. That's what I'm talking about. It is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Anthony Davis could get hurt at certain times of the season. And this wasn't just going to be an easy breeze through the season, wasn't it? By beating the Timberwolves and beating the loser Phoenix Suns to begin 2-0, and whoever else the Lakers beat the Sacramento Kings, I think. I thought the Lakers did. Yeah, they beat Sacramento because they beat the Kings to start 3-0 during the repeat run because Goalkeeper LeBron James is the king when he surpasses Michael. He surpasses Kobe. He surpasses Kobe nominally, but he surpasses Michael and Kareem from a basketball perspective. Because Michael is not in the top 25 in assists. Goalkeeper LeBron James is the complete package. His bitch ass Goalkeeper LeBron hating mums. How y'all been doing tonight? How y'all been doing the start of the year? They be under 500? Look at you bums. Look at you bums. Look at you Goalkeeper LeBron hating bum. Look at y'all. Look at y'all Goalkeeper LeBron hating bum. Look at you. I told you the Chiefs would not lose a game over 2 months because I know the house is setting you up for slaughter. Look at that. Chiefs are not going to win a Super Bowl. You're kidding yourselves. You think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? This team is cooked. Just watch. Now, go King LeBron win the championship. Don't think so fast. They're gonna get you some cheap victory with the Super Bowl after the Dodgers win the World Series. You have to use your brain for a second. Use your brain. They're not in this to collect easy payouts. Can't say Chiefs. The public faded to their own fault the last couple of years. I nailed the script to the repeat championship matchup between the Dodgers and the New York Yankees. No, the sorry ass motherfuckers couldn't see either way how it would go. But I was right. I was right. Otani wouldn't win World Series MVP. I knew he wouldn't do so again for Japan until 17 years later. I was right. This is why I project into the future. I knew Otani was not going to win any World Series ring next year. He was certainly not going to win World Series MVP this year. Now, don't waste your time on the Dodgers next year. Don't waste your time on the Dodgers winning a World Series ring. Because when Otani will pitch, he is going to choke against Judge and Soto. They're giving us this matchup with Otani available to pitch against the Yankees. And what's his ERA against the Yankees again? It's not even one, it's not even two, it's not even three. Let me tell you, Otani's ERA against the Yankees. Well, I wish it were that easy. I will go to Showtime Otani quickly, but he sucks against the Yankees. He capitulates against the Yankees. Freemason up and down, good and bad, black and white. Well, Dodgers win this year when they don't have Otani available to pitch. But when he's available to pitch, they lose. So it's clearly some Freemasonic ritual we see happening here at Dodgers and Yankees. When the Dodgers get stronger, they find a way to lose. Oh, Dodgers don't have pitchers. Yankees lose against them. It's this crap is rigged. Otani's ERA against the Yankees is 27. 3.2 innings pitched, 11 runs allowed. So again, Las Vegas, fuck you, man. This is the wrong night. Get the fuck out of here, man. And the only guy who can connect Vince Scully's death to the next championship, let me unhide you from the channel. This is not the fucking day to do it. I just dropped you a gem. Otani's ERA against the Yankees is 27. Just because Otani's available to pitch doesn't mean they're going to win next year. This is how Las Vegas always wins. People think Dodgers are automatic repeat. Because they won 5 games. Otani didn't pitch against the Yankees. Now he can pitch. Perfect. When will people ever learn that it's scripted for Judge the choke? When will they ever learn? Never is the answer. It doesn't make sense to have the Dodgers win this year when they're not available to pitch. Everyone betting on the Dodgers, but Las Vegas clearly doesn't care because they know when Otani available to pitch, they win 120 games next year. They don't give a damn because they all gonna bet even more money on the Dodgers. When will people learn? That's the answer to your question. I am smarter than them. My idea made sense. These people think the Dodgers going to win back-to-back titles. I guarantee you they do. They just don't hand out free money like that. Dodgers will be in the World Series, but they bet more money on the Dodgers as they progress to the next rounds of the playoffs next year. Perfect. These people bet on the Dodgers are going to be paying my bet next year. I guarantee you. You take your Yankees American League bets at the start of the year. They did so. They did. But oh, my sorry ass Goki LeBron hating aunt. Oh, LeBron's not going to win. Oh, not a chance. Not a chance. She roots for the Dodgers. He roots for the Lakers. He's a Goki LeBron hater. Sorry ass motherfuckers who hate on Goki LeBron James. Man, the people who hate on Goki LeBron James, these people are just betting. It's all emotion with these people. They never think Goki LeBron's going to win another ring again. It's psychology. It's psychology. You repeat the same outcome again, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. You repeat the same result again, and people believe the same result is still happening. This is what you be talking about. I don't give a fuck what time it is in the morning. I have decoded the script from next year in its entirety. Giorgino wins World Series MVP. Giorgino does. After he dropped the ball, it's scripted for the World Series MVP. Not Soto. It is Giorgino.